So here we go again. These weeks and Wednesdays are flying by. Welcome to the last Leighton Live English for July 2018. Coming up on tonight's live stream, have you ever been scammed by someone? What is a scam? We will be talking about that a little bit later on. Also, have you ever been abroad? And if you have visited somewhere overseas, where did you go? And what sort of experience did you have? Mr. Steve will be here as well, talking about lots of things, including something very dramatic that happened to me last Sunday. Yes, something very dramatic occurred whilst filming Mr. Steve in the garden last Sunday evening. I will tell you all about that later on. And of course, you are more than welcome to join me on the live chat. After all, it's just after 10 o'clock here in the UK. It's a Wednesday night, and this is Leighton Live English. I am late before anyone says anything. Yes, I know. I am a little bit late tonight for various reasons. One, I had my dinner very late. And two, I felt so tired tonight. I don't know why. I felt so shattered. I think that's a great word. Shattered. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Happy? I really hope so. I am late, I apologise, but lots of things going on here. Setting so many things up, arranging all of the equipment, all of the things needed to get my live stream on the air. And trust me, sometimes doing this is very stressful, and maybe one day I will drop dead whilst preparing my live stream, and on my death certificate it will say cause of death YouTube. I think so. So here we go. It is Wednesday the 25th of July 2018, and this is the last late and live English stream for July. So August is arriving next week, and of course August is a special month for two reasons. First of all, it's my birthday in August, and the second thing is today Mr. Steve and myself, we have decided that we need a holiday, we need a break. Because really we haven't had a proper break for quite some time. I've been so busy doing my live streams, and Mr. Steve has been busy with his shows and all sorts of other things, so he's been very busy as well. And we've both decided that we are going to have a break. We are going away, we are having a little holiday, and that will be happening during the first few days of August. More about that on Sunday, because I will be here on Sunday. For those wondering, still I get lots of people asking, Mr. Duncan, when are you on? When can we catch you live? My live English lessons are every Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time, every Wednesday, 10 p.m. UK time, as you can see now, because now it is coming up to 20 minutes past 10. Once again, apologies for being slightly late. I think I'm losing my voice because I've been so busy today. I have been out and about. I've been walking around because it's been so hot here today. And apparently tomorrow, I don't know how true this is, but apparently tomorrow we are going to have the hottest day ever in the history of planet Earth. Here in the UK, tomorrow, we are going to have the hottest day ever, apparently. And needless to say, if you have been watching the news, many countries at the moment suffering from the heat. Some terrible images coming out of Greece yesterday, and also in Japan. There is a heat wave taking place there, across the United States also, and here in the UK, as I just mentioned. Tomorrow we are supposed to be having the hottest day ever. Not 20 years ago or 50 years ago, not even 1,000 years ago. Tomorrow we're going to have the hottest day in the history of this country. Wow, apparently it's going to get as high as possibly, this is not official by the way, a lot of people are talking about this tonight, it is supposed to get as high as 36 degrees tomorrow. The highest ever in history of this mossy rock. It's true. So here we go. It is Wednesday, and of course we can't have Wednesday without, well, I was going to look out the window, but here is the view outside. You can't see anything because it's gone dark. The days are already getting shorter. Can you believe it? So already it is getting dark earlier. I can't believe it. I always feel as if when Wimbledon ends, as soon as Wimbledon, the tennis, has finished, I always feel as if summer has ended. I don't know why. So I always judge how fast the year is going by, depending on when Wimbledon finishes. So as soon as Wimbledon starts, I think, okay, that's summer nearly over. And then as soon as Wimbledon ends, I'm pretty sure that that's it. Because after Wimbledon, the nights start to get earlier and the days become shorter. I don't like that at all, to be honest. I've had some spicy food tonight with garlic, so I do apologise if I have stinky breath tonight, but I did put rather a lot of garlic on my baked beans tonight, so that might cause one or two problems later, especially for Mr. Steve. Yes, Mr. Steve will be here very soon. Of course, you are also here on the live chat. And there it is. Oh, hello to the live chatters. Hello to you all. At the weekend, something rather dramatic happened to me. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on. Also, have you ever been scammed? What is a scam? Have you ever travelled to another country? Or have you ever wanted to travel to another country? I know a lot of people say, Mr. Duncan, we want to come to England. Can we come to England? We would love to come to your country one day. Mina is here, and also Julie. Julie, you are first tonight on the live chat. Well done. Zeneka or Zenek is here. Also Francisco. Rue Sim. Hello, Sue Rim. Sorry, I got your name wrong. Sue Rim. Hello to you. Belarusia is here. Did you have a good birthday party last week? Was it good? I hope so. I hope you had a super duper birthday party last week. It seemed as if your birthday was going on for a very long time. A lot of people were wondering why your birthday was going on for so long. I hope you got lots of nice presents as well. Pedro is here. I was waiting. I'm sorry. I was a little bit late tonight. I had my dinner very late. I was a little bit tired because I've been walking today. I was walking around doing something very special for over 4 hours today in the hot sunshine. So I was feeling a little bit tired. Palmyra says, hello to all. The heat wave is continuing. Yes, it is, including here. Apparently, tomorrow, we're going to have the hottest day ever in the history of this country. I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Belarusia. I think I've caught a cold. Yesterday morning, I've been doing some shopping and it was 1 degree. That's very cold. I must admit, I would love to feel the coolness of 1 degree because it's boiling hot here tonight. It's very hot. Why, Mr. Duncan? What is the reason for your tiredness? As I just explained, I've been out walking today in the hot sunshine. I've been doing some filming around the place in which I live. Connell says, I missed your Sunday lesson because it was my birthday. Connell, it was your birthday as well. Oh, I hope you had a good time and a big super happy birthday to you. Lemon Tree says, hello teachers and everyone. I am watching you in my bedroom. It is nearly 11:30 at night. Very late. Well, it's 10:25 here in the UK. It is also late here. And I feel so tired tonight. Don't be too surprised if I fall asleep during tonight's live stream. Do not be surprised. Yusef, hi my friends. Hello to you as well. Also, Gol Calcio, hello to you. Hello, Mr. Duncan, great work. For me, you are the best teacher. You are the best teacher of English. By the way, I added best. You can see that he didn't say best, but I did. I said it. Hello. Frederica is here as well. Wow. Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be with you and to attend Mr. Duncan's late and live streaming. Yes, thank you very much. Hassan Josephix is also here. I had a wonderful birthday. Thank you very much, Mr. Duncan. 37 people were at your birthday party. That's incredible. You are very popular. You had lots of relatives and friends and we ate pizza and cake and also biscuits and we danced to the music. Well, if ever there is an excuse for having a dance, then your birthday is a pretty good one, I think. Hi sir, how are you? Hi Abdullah, I'm okay thank you, but very, very tired. I can't begin to tell you how tired I feel. But do you want to know why I feel so tired? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, because today I was out and about filming something special. I was actually going around the place in which I live, and this is something that I've edited tonight. So I was out today walking around in the hot sunshine, 28 degrees today, the temperature, very hot here, with the hottest day ever tomorrow. I'm not kidding. So here it is. This is a video that I made today. Something fresh, something new, just for you. Many people ask me, Mr. Duncan, where do you live? Well, I thought today it'd be a good chance for you to have a look in the place I live because it's such a beautiful day today. So here it is. Here is the place in which I live. It's Much Wenlock in Shropshire, one of the most beautiful places in England. And if you haven't been here, my question is, why not? Can you see what's over there? That is the local undertaker. They are the people responsible for arranging funerals. They help to dispose of dead people. It's a rather sobering thought that one day those people will be putting me in the ground. If there's one thing I really love about a day like this, it's the gentle, calming breeze. Just a very gentle breeze blowing in the air, helping to keep me nice and cool. The word breeze can be used in many ways. Of course, it is the gentle wind, cooling and refreshing as it blows by. A very gentle breeze. Just like today, really. There is a lovely summer breeze in the air, keeping me nice and cool. Also, breeze can mean to do something very easily. I passed my exam yesterday. It was easy. In fact, it was a breeze. Something that is very easy to do, something that you found easy to do, can be described as a breeze. To move gently, maybe into a room or out of a room or in front of a group of people. To suddenly appear can be described as breeze. He breezed into the room with complete confidence. Now there is a very interesting place, a gate to a secret garden, a place that is unknown and never seen by anyone. Just like the story. Have you ever read that story? It's called The Secret Garden. It's a brilliant story, full of adventure, excitement, mystery, and of course a little bit of fantasy as well. We all like a little bit of fantasy in our lives from time to time. Do you recognise this place? This is where I did my famous puddle dance. But as you can see, the puddle has now gone. The water has disappeared. It's so hot at the moment. The puddle has completely evaporated. It might sound like a strange thing to say, but due to making these English lessons for you, my life changed completely. And here is what happened. Way back in 2012, I made a special lesson right here in Much Wenlock, talking all about the origins of the modern Olympic Games. And I fell in love with this place. I loved it so much, I ended up moving here. And so did Mr. Steve. The field behind me is where every year the Wenlock Games are held. And this very place was the inspiration for the modern Olympic Games that we all know now. Here's an interesting phrase that you might hear used quite often in English. The phrase is cross the line. If you cross the line, it means you have gone too far. You have done something that has upset many people or one person. You have crossed the line. Up until a certain point, what you were saying or doing was okay, but you had to go too far. You had to cross the line. You went from being okay to offensive. You went from being acceptable to unacceptable. You crossed the line. I must be honest, it is absolutely baking hot today. I can't believe I've been outside for the past 4 hours filming in this heat, this intense heat. I think it's fair to say that we will all remember the summer of 2018. And can you see behind me? Look, everywhere is scorched. The sun has dried all the grass, all of the trees, all of the bushes. Everything looks parched and tinder dry. And that is one of the reasons why there are many wildfires breaking out at the moment, including here in the UK and more recently in Greece. If you remember earlier in the year, I showed you this field. I showed you all of the yellow flowers that were blooming in this field. This is rapeseed. So everything you see behind me is rapeseed. And now, as the seeds come out, you can see now that we have small seed pods. And inside these are the rape seeds, and these will be gathered very soon, and then they will be compressed and all of the oil will be extracted, and that is rapeseed oil. But as you can see, once again, the theme is very similar. This whole field is now very dry, very arid, and perhaps, I'm not 100% certain, but perhaps this whole crop has been ruined by the hot weather. Although, if I just have a look inside this pod, yes, you can see all of the rape seeds. Can you see them? There they are. Very tiny black seeds. And that is where the rapeseed oil will come from. Can you see what I've got here? A lovely ice cream. The only problem is, it's so hot today, the ice cream is already beginning to melt. However, it is very much appreciated. There is nothing worse than being hot and sticky on a day like this. Right now I'm in the square here in Much Wenlock, in the centre of the town, a very small, cosy area. In the afternoon, lots of people like to come and sit down, especially today because the sun is out and some people have decided to come into town to enjoy the sunshine and, of course, sample the local ice cream. Something a little different. I hope you enjoyed that. It's Late and Live English. I was a little late as well, for which I apologise. I feel so tired tonight. I can't begin to tell you how tired I feel. So here he is. It's Mr. Steve.
Hello.
By the way, I hope you enjoyed my special little video. It's a little different from what I normally do because normally I put lots of music on my video, but today I thought I would do something a little different just to create a different atmosphere. I feel absolutely shattered tonight. I'm so tired, Steve.
You've done a lot of exercise today, Mr. Duncan.
I was out filming for over 4 hours in the hot sunshine.
Blazing hot sun.
It was baking out there. When I left the house, it was cloudy and very breezy, as you saw in the video. But later, the breeze disappeared.
Subsided.
It subsided, it disappeared, it eased off. And then suddenly the sun broke through the clouds and that was it. It was absolutely baking. When I got back here, what was the first thing I did when I got back here, Steve?
Went to the toilet.
No,
No, he didn't.
I didn't.
He'd been out for 4 hours in the blazing hot sun and he hadn't even taken a drink with him.
No.
I berated you, Mr. Duncan.
You did. You
berated you.
You berated me. You
I
told
you off.
You told me off. You said you should have water, but that wasn't
collapsed.
That wasn't the first thing I did. The first thing I did was I took all of my clothes off. As soon as I got in the house, I just threw all of my clothes off. I was so hot. Do you know what it's like? I'm sure you do when you've been walking and you are so hot, and you think the first thing you want to do is just tear all your clothes off and get cool as quickly as possible. And that's exactly what I did.
He did do that.
Although the neighbours were a little surprised to see me do it outside the house in the driveway.
He didn't really do that.
I probably should have waited until I got in the house before I got naked. But there you go.
He's joking. Mr. Duncan, you've got 2 cameras up and I don't know which one to look at.
Well, there, let's see if we
Is it
can...
the one on the left or the one on the right?
If you come a bit further over, I'm trying something different tonight, you see.
Oh.
Come a bit nearer to me.
Nearer. You've got
That's
bare
it.
feet, by the way.
We're trying something tonight. Look at this. So we're going to see if we can get this to work. You might need to come over a bit more.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
You can see what we're doing now, look. Oh, my goodness, look, we're very close now. Do you like that, Steve?
I still don't know what's happening.
Well, what's happening now is we're much closer, you see. So everyone out there feels much closer to
Oh, I
us.
see. You mean all my flaws are showing?
All of your wrinkles and pimples.
Am I looking at the camera on the left or the camera on the right?
Just take your pick. You can look at either because they're both close together. So it doesn't matter.
You do, Mr. Duncan.
You can look at either of them.
He's confusing me with all these cameras.
Okay, let's go back to the other one then.
That's all right.
Okay, is that better?
What do you mean the other one? Which one am I looking at now?
Well, you're looking at that one.
Oh, good. The Nikon.
Yes.
Fine. So if I just look at that one, I'll be looking directly at your viewers.
It doesn't matter though, because even if you look at that one, you see, it still looks like you're looking at the camera.
Fine. Oh,
Yes,
well,
because
maybe.
I've put the cameras in a certain position where they both are in the same place.
Oh, I see.
So if you look at that camera or that camera, it makes no difference.
I'll flick between the two.
Yes, but I thought it would be nice tonight to have a much closer view, get a little closer and more personal. Ooh.
Well, if I'd have known that, I'd have put my makeup on, Mr. Duncan.
I love the way you keep disappearing, though. You're doing it again. You're slinking off.
Well, because I don't want to get too close to you. That's. I've already noticed some interesting things on the live chat while you were playing that video.
I have got garlic breath tonight.
He's got garlic breath all the time now because he puts dried garlic and he sprinkles it onto everything.
Oh, I love garlic so much.
He puts it into beans on toast. He puts it on eggs.
Everything.
Literally everything.
Everything I eat. Even my cereal in the morning.
Oh, you don't put it on your cereal.
In fact, before I go to bed, I have hot chocolate and I put some garlic in the hot chocolate and I drink it. I'm just crazy about
He would if he could.
I'm crazy about garlic. What can I say?
We've got somebody called Lovey
Oh, okay.
who is obviously a viewer. is currently in England.
Oh, let's
Must
have
be on holiday.
let's have a look, shall we?
So, and enjoying the weather here.
Lovey Eslam.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, let's-
And so, yes, it must have been further up. There's been a lot of comments since you were play. Oh, that's it. That's it. I'm currently in the UK, and I love this weather.
so where
Says
are you?
Lovely Eslam. Yes, where are you? We want to know. Are you nearby?
We want to know where you are because we're very nosy, and we want to know where you are so we can find out how hot it is, and perhaps tomorrow you are going to be so hot that you won't be able to stand it because
Depending on, yes.
tomorrow it's going to be the hottest day ever, Steve.
The hottest day ever in the UK, apparently.
Ever in history.
That's what in the entire history, which is probably 200 years of recording temperatures.
Yes,
Or excuse me, Mr. Duncan.
that's okay.
I've been very busy at work today, and I decided to go for a run, and it's made my throat go weird.
Yes, you were running up the hill. I did actually film Steve, but I didn't have time to put it in the computer. But we'll have a look at that on Sunday. Because, of course, we are back on Sunday. And I was talking earlier about August, because this time next week, it will be August the 1st next week. And, of course, August is a busy month for me because it's my birthday. But we've decided, haven't we, Steve? We've decided to have a holiday.
We have, not that we're going to tell anyone where or when, because obviously the house will be empty.
Well, no. Well, of course. Well, our neighbours have offered to come round and look after the house anyway.
They have.
So it's very kind of them. Our new neighbours, they're so lovely. They are so
I
lovely.
spoke to our new neighbour tonight. They're going away this weekend, and their sister is coming to stay to look after the house. And then when we're away, they're going to look after our house,
Yeah.
which is very nice.
Yeah.
But we don't have to look after their dogs, thankfully,
No.
because we don't really want to look after people's dogs. Although I do like them. And the neighbour down the road's got a new puppy.
I'm tired. I'm tired of dogs.
Belarusia. Is she still celebrating her birthday? Is what I want to know. We've already had 1 week of celebrations.
But apparently she had lots of people for her birthday party.
I know, we couldn't go, could we?
No.
I did say, let's hop on a plane.
30,
Hop on a plane.
37 people were at Belarus.
Is that one for every year? The number of years that you've been alive? Are you 37? Well, we know you're not,
It
because
was
you've already told us, but you don't look a day over 37.
Lovey Eslam. I want to find out where Lovey Eslam is.
Tell us where you are.
Oh, Cardiff.
Cardiff.
You're not far away from us. You're in Wales.
You're in Wales.
Beautiful part of the world.
Cardiff is a very modern city for Wales.
Yes.
And yes, I've been to Cardiff. It's quite nice. There's all sorts of interesting buildings to go and see in the centre if you're into that kind of thing.
Cardiff.
There's a castle in the middle, I seem to remember.
There is,
And,
yes.
We went, yes, I've been around the castle in Cardiff. It's very nice.
It's very scenic, as is most of Wales. We love Wales. And that is where we are going for our little break.
It is off to Wales.
But
so
it's not Cardiff.
it's not Cardiff, but it's probably only about hour and a half drive away, I would say.
Yes, it's not far
probably.
from where, because we're very lucky here, you see. We're very near to Wales. Just over there is the border of Wales, and we can go there very quickly.
45 minutes we're in Wales from here.
Hmm.
Due west, as we say. Due west. That means directly west.
West.
Yes, there we go. So, yes. I hope you have a lovely holiday.
I wonder how hot it will
Lovely
be.
in Wales.
I wonder how hot it will be in Wales when we're on holiday.
Hopefully it's cooled down a bit.
Yes.
Wales has this reputation for very damp, wet and dreary weather.
Oh, but I don't think it's doing that at the moment. I think
No.
it's the opposite at the moment. So the live chat is very busy. As you can see, I'm feeling so tired tonight. I was walking out in the hot sun and I didn't realise just how tired I had become. Sue Cat is here.
Hello,
my
Sue
husband,
Cat.
my husband Fernando was born on the same day as you, on the 18th of July, but in 1965. Oh, I see. So, Sue Cat, your husband is just a little younger than me.
Palmyra's birthday is in August as well.
Wow.
So lots of people celebrating their birthday in August.
Yes, July and August.
Leonardo says he needs to study more and more, still not understand. Well, just keep listening to us. And if you do know how to put the subtitles on, that may help you. And Mr. Duncan has explained that before. So all these people with, Vodka Man's here.
Vodka Man.
Do we understand the Welsh language? No.
No, we don't.
It's very difficult. I don't know a single word in Welsh.
I always think the Welsh language sounds like someone clearing their throat. There's a lot of chens and chens and chuns and
Yes.
chiels. So it's very good. If you speak Welsh, then I'm sure you must have a very clear throat, because it always sounds as if the Welsh people are clearing their throats when they speak, because there is a lot of sort of noises coming from deep down in the throat.
There certainly are, Mr. Duncan. Yes, it's no. And the Welsh people have got a reputation for being a bit anti-British, but not in Cardiff. You're fine there, Lovey.
No.
You'll be absolutely fine there.
I don't think it's as bad as it used to be.
Oh, look, Sue Rim wants to hear Mr. Duncan, that's you, speaking in an American accent.
I don't know why. Why would I do that? For what reason? What would it achieve? What would I get from speaking with an American accent? I don't know what.
I can only speak in one American accent, and that's the Southern American accent, which apparently is what most British people tend to do because it's the easiest American accent to do.
Oh, I see.
But, I mean, I'm quite happy to do that.
You can if you want.
Well, maybe when I feel a bit braver.
Oh, I see. After that big build-up, I thought we were going to get something from
Well,
you.
of course, I could just roll into that accent at any time. I believe that's a Southern American accent that I'm doing there. So, what have we got on the live chat? Mika says, how are everyone? I've done my chores, so let me join in. Please. Well, please join in and speak in any accent that you like. It's perfectly all right with us.
Please stop. Please stop that, whatever it is.
Well, it's just my American accent. From Oklahoma, down in the south of the US of A.
Come on, Steve. We're going to see how long you can talk with this American accent.
Well, interestingly enough, the John Paul Juncker, the European Union leader, or whatever his name is, has met with... What do you want me to do, Mr. Duncan?
Come this
He's
way.
manhandling me.
That's better.
Has met with... The lighting doesn't look right tonight. I look about 10 years older. There's no light, Mr. Duncan, to flatter me. That's what I want. Lots of light. Puffy, more puffy. Get rid of the wrinkles. Jean-Paul Juncker, the European president, European Union president, I believe, has met today with President Trump in the White House. That's quite a significant meeting to discuss trade between the USA and the European Union, because we know what the president of the USA is doing. He's trying to get more concessions out of everybody that he does trades with. So it looks like a deal has been struck. So the stock markets won't be crashing tomorrow. It'll be very interesting. But it looked, I thought President Trump looked his usual sort of extremely confident leader of the world stance, and poor old Jean-Paul Juncker looked a little under the weather. Mr. Duncan has disappeared and left me all by myself because he wants me to see how long I can talk in an American accent. Well, I can do that all day because I did, in fact, was in a play once when I had to talk the entire time in this accent, and I received very good reviews, Mr. Duncan. So, you're looking gigantic there.
What was the play?
It was an American. It was, let me think, what was it called? It wasn't a play, it was a musical. You can probably, I always forget the name of the musicals I've been in.
You forget.
It was set, now let me think.
The audience do the same thing, by the way.
Do you remember, Mr. Duncan?
They also try to forget it.
I've just broken this pen, look. I've just broken the pen, the thing off here. I'm always doing that. I fiddle with pens. Does anybody else do that? I fiddle with the pens and then break the little thing off that allows it to go inside your jacket. What was the name of that play? That musical I was in, set in America? I never remember the name. I'm in them.
It's not South Pacific.
South Pacific. Oh. That's the one, Mr.
Sa-
Duncan.
South Pacific.
South Pacific. And I was playing an American. And I had to talk like this all the way through. But anyway, that's probably boring everybody. So let's go back to the live chat and see what's going on.
Please.
Shall we, Mr. Because, I don't like that close-up view. It's hideous. I'm hideous, Mr. Duncan.
Well, it's off now.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
I was looking at the preview one.
I'm really going to look. Can you see those? I wish I could show you what I've had to do to get Mr. Steve to understand the layout of this screen. I've even got the writing at the top. Look, in big letters, it says preview output, and that's what we're looking at.
The lighting's all wrong tonight, Mr. Duncan. I can tell.
There's nothing wrong with the lighting.
No, I look 10 years older. I don't like it. Don't like my viewers to see me looking 10 years older.
Maybe you've just aged a lot.
Well, I did go for a long run
tonight.
I think I exhausted myself.
I think you've just aged a lot.
And I've been quite stressed with work today. Stressed. Do you get stressed at work? What stresses you at work? At the moment, everything stresses me at work.
You're very excitable tonight.
Well, you've got me going, Mr. Duncan.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Well, you asked me to do an American accent, and
I see.
Oh, you know what it's like when I get going. You can't shut me up. But then what will happen is my energy will just drain away and I'll just get quieter and quieter.
What I want you to do is to notice the moment where Mr. Steve's energy just completely disappears, because it normally happens in the last half an hour.
Vodka.
So during the last half an hour, so in around about 5 minutes, Mr. Steve will suddenly lose his energy and he will suddenly go, oh.
No, the light's all wrong. There's normally more at the front.
No, honestly. This is exactly the same light. I haven't moved the light since last time we were on.
I look like I've aged. I can
you.
see every wrinkle. I don't want to look at myself on the monitor.
I think you've aged, Mr. Steve, in the week you've been off.
Well, if you're a star like I am, then you need to look your best. So you need to be, the lighting has to be perfect. The makeup has to be applied. And I haven't had time tonight. I didn't know there would be this poor lighting on set.
It's not poor lighting. I don't know what
you're talking.
Chocolate,
yes, you have got. Somebody's already seen your chocolate.
Yes, I've got my chocolate. I'm going to open it in a minute because I have a feeling that this chocolate has melted in the sun.
Thank you, Gretel. Gretel says, I look young.
Beautiful. You always look young.
Mima, yes, I could do with a new pen. I've broken this one. Do you know what it was? It was excitement. I was getting so excited. I was fiddling with the pen. And as I fiddled with the pen, I broke it.
Connell asks a very good question. You look so tired all the time, Mr. Duncan. You do everything by yourself. It's true. I do everything. I design the sets. I build the sets. I put them together. I produce the programs. I film. I edit. Today I was walking around for 4 hours in the hot baking sunshine, filming, and now I feel absolutely shattered.
Yes, but Connell says, why don't you have an assistant?
Yes, that's a very good question.
What am I doing here?
Well, yes, but all you do is turn up at 10:30.
I do a lot of prep, which is short for preparation.
You do. I think you do more preparation on Sunday.
Carmelo S. is new. and says, Carmelo S says, hello, I'm new from Sicily.
Hello to Sicily, and it's nice to see someone new here. Carmelo.
Fantastic.
You are welcome, no problem.
Don't be afraid to join in, say what you like. We like lots of people writing on the chat so that we can comment and answer questions.
That's it. It also keeps Mr. Steve awake.
Lemon tree.
Hello.
Lemon tree.
Yes.
Lemon tree.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I haven't seen Lemon Tree before.
Oh, I see. I think Lemon Tree's been with us before.
Ah.
But I haven't seen Lemon Tree for a long time.
Now, Vodka Man's saying Donald Trump is our something. Is our comrade.
Yes. Maybe comrade? I'm not sure about comrade.
Ah, yes, because, of course, there was a summit, wasn't there, between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump last week.
It's not Pew, it's Poo.
All right, Putin. Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump didn't have a bad word to say. And then he he went home to a storm of protests. So I think that's what Vodka Man is. Yes, he's corrected himself and said comrade. Yes, because of course, do the Russians have some dirt on Donald Trump and he's afraid to say anything bad about them?
If you have dirt on someone, it means you know something about a person that they don't want others to find out about.
Yes.
So maybe they know something about Donald Trump, or maybe they know something about Mr. Duncan that Mr. Duncan doesn't want anyone to find out about, you see? So someone might say, "Here, Mr. Duncan, we know that you like dressing up in women's underwear. But, and I don't want people to know that. It's my secret." And then he says, "Well, I've got the dirt on you.
Yes.
I've got photographs of you in a pair of panties and a nice frilly bra." And I'll say, no, don't do that. Don't tell everyone, please. That's the last thing I want. And then that's it. My secret's out. So they have dirt on me.
Well, they've certainly got dirt on Donald Trump, we think. But look, Ellen has made a comment, and Vodka Man has reiterated it. Reiterate
is to repeat and reinforce the point.
To repeat and reinforce, to reiterate that water has been discovered on Mars.
Water has been discovered, and also apparently there is also a clone of, what's his name? Charlie Sheen. Apparently there's a clone of Charlie Sheen drinking from a lake.
What are you talking about?
No, that's what they found. Haven't you heard? No, this is the latest news. So the water was what they found earlier, but now they've discovered that there's a clone of Charlie Sheen on Mars. So I must admit, if ever there was a reason not to go to Mars, I think that's it.
Chris, it's 6 a.m. in the Philippines, and it's cool there, because somebody said it was cool in the Philippines earlier, having breakfast of sausage and toast. How delicious. And we're about to go to bed after this. British English pronunciation. I haven't seen them before.
Hello, British English pronunciation. Nice.
Well,
Mr. Steve apparently you make them laugh.
Oh, good. Well, I'm here to entertain. Not necessarily, I'm not a teacher, but I'm here to entertain and to assist Mr. Duncan, and I hope that my pronunciation, that wasn't very good, I hope that my pronunciation meets your, no doubt, very high standards.
Do you want to see what we had?
Because if you've got a name like that, your standards must be very high. We'd like to know who you are, actually.
Okay, then, Steve.
Maybe you could send us a link.
Do you want to see something unusual?
Definitely.
Look.
Rain?
You remember last week it rained?
That's not you with the hose, is it?
No, that's definitely the rain. That's rain falling last week. We had a little bit of rain last week, and I thought I couldn't resist going outside to film it. So just to prove that sometimes we have rain, and I think this was about 5 days ago, it rained, and we did have quite a downpour. But the rain soon disappeared. So the moment it stopped, all the rain, all the moisture on the ground evaporated. It all went away. But there, just to prove that we did have some rain last week. But you would never know because everywhere now is dry, bone dry, completely.
Lemon Tree says, I am on and off, unfortunately, which I think means that sometimes you're here, sometimes you're not, which is fine. We don't mind at all. It's nice to see you.
Do you think it might be the connection?
What connection?
The connection, why they are off and on.
Oh, could be. Yes, it could be. Yes.
Might be a bad connection.
Carades says, do you think he's gotten by the short hair? You mean the
Short and curlies.
short and curlies? Do you mean pubic hair?
Well, we don't actually say that, do we?
We can say it. We want to know what it means.
Yes. Well, the short and curlies just means you've got them in your grasp and you won't let them go. But yes, that's basically what it means, Steve.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yes.
Beautiful scene, Mohammed Abdo. Hello to you. Haven't seen you for a long time. So yes, we did have some rain, but tomorrow apparently it's going to be the hottest day ever.
In the history of England.
I can't believe I'm saying that. Apparently tomorrow the hottest day ever.
It'll probably be somewhere around the London area.
35, 36 degrees tomorrow in some places. Look, even my chocolate has melted. I'm going to open this chocolate because I have a feeling that it's melted. Let's just move over slightly and get a close-up. So I'm going to try and get a close-up here.
Move out of the way.
Thank you. So here it is. So this is my lovely chocolate bar. Did you hear about Kit Kat today? Kit Kat have lost their appeal because they are trying to copyright the shape of a Kit Kat. But apparently the judges said, no, you cannot copyright a shape. Interesting. Let's have a look. I think this twirl bar is going to be very, very melted. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Let's have a look. Ah! Oh, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh dear. Look at that. Oh my goodness.
I bet you're going to eat that, Mr. Duncan, because you are in this very bad habit recently
Yes.
of eating things during the live English lessons, which I think is very rude.
You said last week that I was disgusting and I shouldn't eat during the live stream.
I can barely get on now because
There you
everything's
are.
so big.
There.
Right.
It's your big head.
Not really. I can put my... oh.
Apparently the problem was I kept opening my mouth.
Yeah, well, keep it shut then.
I kept opening my mouth when I was talking and all the food was coming out.
I'm going to remove this and put it in the kitchen somewhere cool. I will return shortly.
Steve has just taken my chocolate away. Why? What a horrible thing to do. Come back with my chocolate. He's eating it now. Look. You can't tell me not to eat chocolate and then you go off and eat it as well. That's wrong.
I couldn't resist.
You are a hypocrite. Have you ever been scammed? Do you know what a scam is? A scam is something where a person tricks you or fools you into doing something that will benefit them and will cause you to have a loss, quite often involving money. So scam. There are many scams around, especially in this country, normally involving money. So maybe a person will be tricked into giving their bank password. I don't know how that even happens. And even, here's something that I can't believe, but it does happen. There are people that will knock on someone's door and they will say that they are representing the police and they have to take your credit cards away because they've been reported stolen. And then they ask for the numbers, the PIN numbers of the credit cards. And so the person writes them down and gives them everything. Now, I can't believe that there is anyone stupid enough
Oh, Mr. Duncan.
to actually fall for that. I refuse to believe that there is anyone who will hand over their credit cards with the security numbers to a stranger at the door. But apparently here in the UK, it's happened.
I think it's elderly people. I think somebody calls at the door and says, looking like a policeman, hand over your cards. And because a lot of elderly people wouldn't believe that someone would scam them,
How do you
would
look
lie.
how do you look like a policeman?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they wear a uniform.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I was passing by your house and I noticed you had some stolen credit cards. I am a policeman. You can tell by the way I'm talking. That sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. But it does happen, yes. I've had my credit card stolen out of a hotel room, along with my driver's license many years ago, which is why I don't carry it with me anymore. Although you don't have to carry your driver's license with you in the UK when you're driving. In other countries, I think you do have to carry it with you. We don't have to carry any ID with us in the UK. But yes, this was about 10, 15 years ago, they used my credit card, bank card, and the passport to take out a loan of several £1,000s before I realised my card had gone.
So you weren't paying,
I got the money back.
You weren't paying it off then?
No, I got the money back because the banks do give you the money back. But it was a bit of a, it wasn't very nice and it took time to sort out.
That's not really a scam though, is it?
Not really a scam. It's more. No. That's more like just theft.
And the other thing that happens here now, you get phone calls from people saying that they are from Microsoft and you need to adjust your computer.
You've had that?
Yes, I've had that a few times, and I just keep them talking on the phone. I keep them talking, and I say, I've got 8 computers in the house. Which one do you mean? Or I say, I don't have a computer. Or I say, I have a computer, but it's a very old one. I bought it in 1983. And then they ask me what the model was, and I say it's a BBC home computer, and it has 3 kilobytes of RAM.
I'm guessing that's not very much.
It's not much.
I'm not very... Right, yes, he keeps them talking. So anybody phones up after any information about anything, then it's probably a scam. You just put the phone down.
Scam. A lot of people scamming. Scams. They try to trick you into doing something. They try to get your money from you. They try to get you to hand over or to give information that will help them to steal from you. But sometimes I can't believe that people get tricked.
They get caught off guard. What happens is people are busy and they get caught off guard. It's when they're not expecting something like this to come along. In fact, I think something happened to me. Somebody came to the door the other day, knocked on the door, was all very friendly, and then said that they were representing a charity.
Yeah.
A children's charity.
That's another one, yeah.
A children's charity, because that'll make me think, the children must help the children.
They normally use something that's very emotive.
Something
that will make your heart ache slightly.
Children, or dogs, pets.
Children, dogs, cancer. That's a very popular one. Cancer, or immigrants, or overseas famine, something like that. So a lot of these things that are designed to make you go, I must give some money.
Because if I don't, you're going to think I'm a horrible person. So they come to the door, and this happened 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Knocked on the door, opened. Oh, how are you today? Oh, isn't it lovely weather? Oh, it's a bit of a walk up. They try to get you into a nice conversation.
They humour you.
Try and get on your good side. And then suddenly they were representing a charity for children. We're trying to help disadvantaged children, and which is fine, would you set up a monthly standing order to do this? All you got to do is fill in this form. And of course, this form, they wanted all my bank details on it. So immediately, I'm not stupid. I said, well, just leave me the form and, I'll fill it in and send it off later. He didn't, of course. He said, I can't leave the form because I've only got one copy, which is, again, very suspicious. So he left. And you've got to be polite. I was polite.
Yes.
But obviously that was a scam, trying to get all my bank details. And then I'd had money missing out of my account.
Yes, so you were very wise there. Very wise. So yes.
Well, it was when he wanted bank details.
That's it. If they ever want any personal details
on your doorstep,
bank account number or bank details or anything like that, or maybe they ask, are you going on holiday this year? Can you tell us when you are away?
The other thing is you can have scams like business opportunities. People can try to get you into a business opportunity, like a pyramid selling scheme.
Yes, or another
turns out to be a scam.
Yes, well, there are many pyramid schemes that are actually legal, but they really aren't very honest. They are basically taking all of your money. So someone up there at the top is getting all the money and you end up with nothing. So yes, always beware of anyone that offers anything in that shape, like a pyramid.
The sort of scheme where somebody will, it'll be usually somebody and they'll, because they've sort of been indoctrinated into this scam, and they'll say, oh, well, there's a meeting, or listen to this tape, or I'm involved in something where you sell goods to your friends, like could be perfume,
yes,
or it could be anything really.
It's normally things like
household products,
kitchen cleaners,
things like that,
soap.
And they say something like, oh, if you sell this to like 10 of your friends, and those 10 get another 10 people as well, and then you'll get the income from that. But of course, what's happening is that you make very little income out of it, and it's always something to beware of, those sorts of schemes. And in fact, I did get involved in one, didn't I?
You
Mr.
did?
Duncan?
Yes, it caused
about 20 years ago.
It caused a lot of stress. So there it is, in a nutshell. There it is. That's it. Pyramid scheme, winner at the very top, loser at the very bottom. And that is most of the people that are taking part in the scheme. So the guy at the top, he's the winner, and everyone beneath him is the loser. So the lower down the pyramid you are, the lower down you are, the more likely you are to lose everything, all the money.
And it's horrible. You don't want to be selling things to your friends, particularly probably useless products.
Yes.
If you get in on these schemes at the very beginning, you can make money out of them, but you're probably 10,000th down the line,
yes,
and getting a very small cut of it. And I did do it for a period of time, in fact, with this one company for about a year.
Yes.
And it was very stressful.
It was Amway.
It was Amway, which I think doesn't exist in this country anymore.
No, they still...
They do exist, but you can buy them online. I don't think... That, strictly speaking, wasn't a pyramid scheme.
No, I wasn't. I was just about... Well, you didn't give me a chance to finish the sentence. Amway is just the actual way of selling the products, the actual goods. But, I mean, there was nothing wrong with the goods. The problem was the practice. The practice that they were trying to sell to you was get rich quick. And there is no such thing as getting rich quick. You can't.
You could rob a bank. That's getting rich quick.
Yes, but then you end up in prison for 25 years.
I'm joking.
Yes.
Yes, technically, I think it is a pyramid selling scheme, but some people do make money. Anyway, some people make money out of it, but
not many.
Not anymore. Not many.
Not many. The latest one, of course, is Bitcoin. So
yes.
Some people being dragged into buying Bitcoins. Also stocks, shares. So
stocks and shares aren't scams.
Well, no, but there are people who offer ways in that are, let's just say, not entirely legal.
Oh, right.
Yes. Also Ponzi schemes as
Oh,
well.
look. Yes.
Yes, a Ponzi scheme. Caridas, you are right. Well done. A Ponzi scheme is a scheme where you get people to back or to invest in something, and the thing doesn't even exist. Do you like what's happened? Oh, excuse me.
It's nice to know we've got 91 people watching, Mr. Duncan.
I'm not sure if is that good to know?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what's going on tonight. My computer is really doing lots of weird things tonight.
Well, let's carry on. Are we sure to pretend that nothing's happening? Nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's been happening for the last hour.
Yes, so I did get involved in. I mean, Amway products were very good. In fact, I think now you can buy them online. So some people are still making money out of it, but it was quite difficult. You had to go around making presentations. So you sold to your friends and people you know, and then they would find 10 people to sell products to. And the idea was that down the line, those 10 people would then find another 10. And then by the time all this product came back up to you, you were making a cut of it all, or a small percentage. The difficulty was that it's very difficult to sell to people you know because you feel like you're using them. That's what I didn't like.
What you end up doing is losing your friends.
And then you end up buying the products because you've got to meet these targets. You end up buying the stuff yourself.
You were your best customer.
I was buying it all myself in the end.
Steve was his best customer.
Mind you, their cleaning products were very good.
They were very good, but no one was saying that they weren't. What wasn't good was the scheme itself and how they said you can get rich quick. Well, if someone says you can get rich quick, there is a pretty good chance that you won't get rich. They will get rich. You will end up with nothing.
Vodka Man wants to sleep, but he's sticking with us to the bitter end.
Vodka Man? Do you think that's a little disrespectful?
Well, because we don't know what his real name is, because we can't pronounce that language, can we? We can't pronounce that Russian name.
I always thought it was something like Lena or Zena.
We don't know.
I don't know why.
We'd like to know.
We will have to,
man or woman.
We will have to learn Cyrillic. That's it.
Please, can you spell your name out?
It's not that difficult
for us, so that we can call you by an equivalent English name.
Belarusi says, yes, I enjoyed that lesson too.
Which lesson?
Which lesson?
Which lesson?
No,
Let's go back.
I'm interested now to find out which lesson it was. Which lesson is that? Should I go back? Because the last time I did that, I nearly broke everything. I don't know which lesson. Oh, I don't know. I wonder which lesson it was. Oh. Sukat says I bought something from Amway.
Yes, later on she says what it is. It just went off the screen.
Oh, okay.
Keep going, Mr. Duncan. There we go. What have you done? Didn't clean. Oh, right. So that's it, you see. Sukat bought it off a mate from work, because that's what they do. They sell it to everybody they know.
It's the worst. It's the best way to lose your friends, by the way. If you want to lose your friends very easily, just ask them to invest in in a pyramid scheme, and they will never speak to you again.
Saika says one person in our society was famous on Double Shah. Is that a television program, do you think?
I'm not sure.
So that if you will bring 50,000, I will give you double your money. Yes. Yeah, there's always somebody trying to scam you. That's what you can say. Somebody is trying to scam me.
Scam. There are lots of scams.
Dunia Taleb says, please answer my question. But what was the question? It's probably gone past and we missed it.
Oh, I see. Mr. Duncan, why don't you try a Zoom session? Zoom? I don't even know what that is. It's probably the latest thing that all the young people are talking on. Yes. I can't keep up. Every time I get up to date with something on the internet, something else comes along and takes over from it, and I can never keep up with everything.
Ask us the question again, Dunia. It probably went past too quickly and we couldn't see it. Belarusia said it was your last lesson about the car.
Oh,
Yes, on Sunday, presumably.
oh, I see.
Which was your funny thing, that your funny little excerpt about
Oh, I
the
see.
car,
Oh, I see. Okay,
I
then.
think.
I had a dramatic moment on Sunday. Shall we talk about my dramatic moment that I had on Sunday? You were in the garden, and I will show you what Mr. Steve was doing. This is something we will show more of on Sunday. So here's Mr. Steve doing some work at the back of the house because some of the bushes were getting rather large. So there is Steve doing some work. But that isn't the story that I want to tell you now. No, it isn't. Because whilst I was filming Mr. Steve, something happened to me, didn't it?
It did, Mr. Duncan. It was high drama.
High drama.
We nearly had to call out the air ambulance.
I thought I was going to die. I really did. I was so sure that was it. I thought I probably have 10 or 15 minutes yet left to live. And then...
And I thought, I'll just get this hedge done.
Yes.
And then I'll come and see to you.
Yeah, you didn't seem all that bothered, to be honest.
Well,
my life was in danger.
It potentially,
maybe, perhaps. Yes, I could have been in danger. What happened is...
What happened was, I was cutting the hedge and Mr. Duncan was just standing there filming me.
I was filming, yes, doing nothing. I was just filming Steve.
Doing nothing, exactly.
And then suddenly, on my arm, I felt this terrible pain. And I thought, well, what is it? It was like someone giving me an injection. And I looked, and there was a wasp stinging me. It had its stinger right in my arm. And it really hurt. It hurt a lot. But not only that, it then went across my arm and tried to sting me again. So not only once, but twice. But the second time is when I noticed and I knocked it off. But this is the result. Have a look at this. This is my poor arm.
Oh, Mr. Duncan, it's not that bad.
There it is. There is my wasp sting.
Wasp sting.
If you've ever wondered what a wasp sting looks like, there it is. But I tell you something, it was bloody painful.
Well, you had to rush inside and take a Piriton, because just in case you could have had a nasty reaction to that.
Yes.
So I said, go inside, Mr. Duncan, and take an antihistamine tablet.
Yes.
Brand name Piriton.
Yes.
An antihistamine, just in case you could have overreacted to that, and your arm could have swelled up to the size of an elephant's foot.
Look, I've seen that movie, My Girl. I've seen it. It's very sad. It's very sad that girl. She's kissing and cuddling with Macaulay Culkin, and then I think it's a bee or a wasp comes along and stings her, and she dies.
Really?
She drops dead, and he's really sad. He's going, oh.
Well, how quickly does she die after being stung by the bee?
I don't know, but I think she has some sort of allergic reaction.
Which is what you can have.
And she goes into some sort of cardiac arrest or something, and she dies. So that's in the film My Girl. So I always remember that, and it's haunted me for years. I've always thought I would hate to get stung by a wasp or a bee. And it happened last Sunday. So
and you've never been stung before by a wasp in your life?
In my life, no. And look what happened. So that's what a wasp sting looks like. And can I just tell you now, you don't want it to happen to you because it really does hurt. And even now it still hurts slightly. In my arm, it's still throbbing.
Well, the reason it hurts is because they inject acid. Formic acid. Formic. Formic acid.
Why?
Because that's what's in their sting.
Oh.
And it's acid, so it's going under your skin, so it's very painful.
Yes. So any wasps or bees watching, cut it out.
Yes.
Just stop it.
So think of the number of wasps that we've saved over the years.
Yes, all of the
When
wasps.
they're at the windows, we let them out.
All the wasps that we've saved, we've saved their lives. Not so much crickets, because I've been feeding them to the
But we've saved
tarantulas.
I've saved thousands, probably hundreds of wasps. Instead of just splatting them against the window, I let them out, and that's all the thanks you get.
Yeah,
I mean, they could have told all their friends.
I wouldn't mind, but it tried to sting me twice.
Yes,
So it stung me once and then went for another one.
I think there must be a wasp's nest nearby, and it was defending the nest. And I was out there cutting down this hedge with my new hedge trimmer
Yes,
because the other one had broken.
yes. We'll see more of that on Sunday,
Really? Okay.
because we are back on Sunday. We are going in a minute, by the way.
It's nearly half. Can you tell my energy levels are beginning to sink?
I noticed that around about 11:05, Mr. Steve suddenly went, "Oh,
I need a boost. Something to keep me going for another 2 minutes while we're here.
So that's what Amaury de Oliveira says. Oxford Dictionary is better to understand this. I don't know what you mean by that. Is that a compliment or a complaint? I can't really tell. Caradas says ants have formic acid. Yes.
Yes.
Like you said.
Ants. Oh yes, ants have formic
Yes,
acid in
so
ants.
that's why they sting you as well.
That's right. So maybe not in wasps. Oh yes, I think I got that wrong. It's
Oh.
formic acid in ants. That is correct. Which is an organic acid. Yes. So yeah, it's in ants formic acid. That's why that's so painful. So I probably got that wrong.
So how is that PhD coming along?
But I think it's probably is acidic.
Yeah.
It might be.
So your PhD in what was it again?
Nothing.
What I thought it was animal biology.
It's not a PhD.
Oh, I see.
I haven't got a PhD, Mr. Duncan.
What is it then? Are you a doctor?
No, I'm not a doctor.
Is it Dr. Steve?
No.
What is it then? Just plain old Steve.
It's a BSc.
BSc. That isn't that mad cow disease?
I'm not a doctor. And I'm not a professor.
We've noticed that
Anyway.
by the fact that you think that ants and bee stings are the same thing. Klebson from Brazil, Mr. Duncan, did you know that the bees are responsible for 60% of our food? Yes, well,
They are.
They produce lots of honey, lovely, lovely honey. We both like honey, don't we?
We're not. We don't want to eradicate wasps and bees.
No.
We haven't. We're not entering into a war.
We saved them.
We save them.
We've gone out of our way.
We're just annoyed that particular wasp hadn't heard
Yes.
about all the other wasps that we've saved over the years.
all of the wonderful things we've done for wasp kind.
You'd think that when the wasps are released by us, they would go and tell all their friends in the nest that Stephen Duncan, there in Much Wenlock, saved me.
Yes.
Therefore, when you go near them, don't sting them.
Don't sting them. That's it.
But
Why is
no.
that so difficult to understand?
I think this wasp was probably some kind of renegade wasp,
Yes.
some kind of mutant, maybe expelled from the nest,
Yes.
and thought he would get his revenge.
Maybe a
by
terrorist.
stinging Mr. Duncan.
Maybe terrorists.
Maybe he'd watched your live lessons and didn't like
This
them.
is it. Maybe I've uncovered something. Maybe terrorists are now training wasps to sting people.
Yes.
Ah, you see?
Maybe he saw your lesson where you were feeding or talking about feeding crickets to spiders.
Yes. Hopefully,
And,
hopefully the spiders will be gone this weekend. But
Yes.
we have some crickets left. But can I just say that we have become attached to one of the crickets?
We have.
We have both fallen completely in love with one of the crickets.
Don't go too far.
It's one of the big crickets. It's really big. It's bigger than all the rest. But most of them now have been fed to the spiders. So there are about 5 left. But there is a huge one. And it's the only one that chirps. The only one that makes the shh, shh, shh
Go on,
noise.
do it with you.
But they don't use their legs. They use
No.
their wings.
These do.
Yes, these crickets.
Yes, we've become attached. We've become fond of this cricket
And we've even given it a name.
because it's the only one it sits on the top of this plastic cup
Yes.
doing a little dance, doesn't it?
Yes,
it does a little dance.
It does a little dance. It does a little song. It's everything.
Makes
everything.
nice little noises.
So
There it is.
There it is. Would you want to
Oh.
see it? Do you want to see it? Steve's seen it already. He's got
It's on
very.
the preview screen.
He's salivating. So there it is. There is Chirpy.
Chirpy.
Chirpy, the cricket. That is our cricket. So we are now going to keep this cricket as a pet.
We're not going to feed it to the spiders.
And I will take it for walks in the morning. So we will take it up the road for little walks to the end of the driveway and back because I don't want to tire it out. And at night it will sit on my knee and it will chirp whilst we watch television.
Just to give the viewers an idea of scale,
Yes.
I would say that was what, about 2 centimetres long?
Yes, it's quite it is a big cricket, but not as big as that.
2 or 3 centimetres, maybe.
No,
maybe
of course,
3
because I
centimetres.
photographed it close up.
I
So-
think I would say 2 centimetres.
But that's Chirpy.
That's Chirpy the cricket,
That's our new friend.
and you've recorded it. It's not making any noise tonight. But
No.
every night, as soon as the lights go down, it starts making this chirping noise.
Normally at night it starts singing.
And it was doing it while I was eating my breakfast this morning.
Yes, it's so lovely. It makes this little
Yes.
noise with its wings. So there it is. There's Chirpy. That is our new pet. And we have both decided not to feed Chirpy to the tarantulas. All the rest, well, yes, we can feed them to the tarantulas because we haven't become attached to them. But Chirpy will not be going into any of the spiders' mouths.
We will spare the life of Chirpy.
We are going to keep Chirpy as our pet, and I will take it out tomorrow morning for a walk in the morning sun just before it gets too hot because I don't think Chirpy likes the hot weather. I would imagine Chirpy will not enjoy the hottest day ever tomorrow.
Well, they like hot weather crickets.
Do they?
I think so.
What about the hottest day ever?
Well,
do you
probably the hottest day ever for them. They probably come from very hot countries where it's like 40 degrees.
Oh, that's okay then.
That's probably why he's chirping so much, because he likes the hot weather.
Yes. But he only chirps at night.
Well, he was chirping this morning while I was eating my breakfast.
He probably wanted some of your breakfast.
He probably did.
He was probably asking for some breakfast. He probably wanted a little bit. So there it is, our latest pet. So whilst other people are having dogs, and they are so annoying because they bark and poo everywhere and wee everywhere, and they scratch your furniture and they get fleas, we have Chirpy, the cricket.
Well, Mr. Duncan, is it time for us to go?
It's almost time for us to go. Let's have one last look at the live chat, shall we?
Yes, please.
There it is. There is the live chat. How do you feel about that?
A lot of people watching, of course, may get lots of these crickets in the wild, because whenever we've been on holiday to hot countries, Turkey, for example, Greece, at night, all you can hear is the crickets in the grass chirping away and singing away, and we don't really get them. We don't really get them here. We do get them, but they're not very loud. We get crickets and grasshoppers, but you don't really hear them at night, do you?
Not really,
You
no.
don't really hear them. Whereas
We do get them here. We get little grasshoppers.
Amory de Oliveira Jr. says crickets and grasshoppers are disgusting.
They are a little bit
They are a bit
disgusting.
disgusting.
They
Have
are a
you-
bit disgusting. But the problem is, I've got so used to the sound of Chirpy at night. He just sings, and he sounds so happy. So how can you not fall in love with that lovely little natural sound? It's lovely.
Rosa says the insects want to learn English.
I think so, yes. Well,
Yes.
I think Chirpy is in the best place. Chirpy will be speaking very good English. The only problem is they only live for about 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm going to have to give him quite a thorough course in English.
English says there is a lighter brand called Cricket in Brazil.
Oh, I see.
A brand of, I think I've heard of that before. Sukat says in Argentina it's bad luck to kill a cricket. Is that true?
Oh, dear.
Is that really true,
We are,
Sukat?
we are really in trouble. We've been feeding crickets to the tarantulas like M&Ms. They really do like munching into them.
Axanth, that's a good name, says in Spain are called grillos.
Grillos.
Is it grillos or grillos?
What
Grillos,
you mean?
I think.
You mean crickets?
Grillos. Is that because you can cook them and grill them and eat them? Well, some countries eat crickets, don't they?
Yes, China. In
And
China, they
fry them.
They fry them. They put them on sticks, and you can eat them. I don't like the sound of that. I do love Chirpy, but I don't think I could eat Chirpy. There is I like how they sound. Yes, I like the sound of crickets. And there's that other one as well. What are they called?
Mohammed doesn't like the sound. of them.
Cicaros or something. What are those other things? They make a very high pitched noise. We heard them in Turkey, didn't we?
Oh,
And they were making that all the time.
is that just a cricket?
I think they're called. I want to say cicaros or something like that. Is that what they're called? Cicaros.
Gretel says,
Yes.
when my mum sees a cricket, she drops her shoes.
Oh, I see. Does she drop her shoes on the cricket?
Yes,
I wonder.
that's what she means, yes.
I think so. Chirpy is a Mr. Chirpy because only the males of that species chirp, so the females don't. They are silent. Wow, if only that was true with human beings. Mika out. A typhoon is approaching Japan.
Oh,
So
blimey.
do you have some rain coming?
Blimey, you've been having some bad weather in Japan.
You've had rain, you've had a heat wave, and now you've got
a typhoon.
a typhoon. But that is one of the problems, I think, with living in Japan. You do get a lot of extreme weather.
You've had tsunamis. You've had all sorts of things there. Well, do take cover, Mika. We want to see you here on Sunday. And
Take care.
Tell us about it.
Close all the windows and batten down the hatches. That's what we say.
Crickets in Brazil. Crickets barbecue.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat Chirpy.
No, well, we haven't been feeding him very well, so I don't think he'll taste very nice.
Yes, Mr. Duncan, are you still taking care of the spiders? Yes, but hopefully they will be gone this weekend.
Good night, Surim.
Surim is going. Good night. And good night to Palmyra. Good night to all. I do not want to dream about crickets or spiders. Okay, then we will not mention them again.
Sukat says it's bad luck to kill a cricket.
Oh, I see.
There's a saying in Argentina.
Oh, dear. Well, let's just say we have been adiosing quite a few crickets recently.
No, we don't live near the coast, Belarusia. We live a long way from the coast.
We are landlocked.
Yes.
We are a long way from the coast. Although, having said that, during our lovely holiday that we're going to have soon, we might go and visit the coast. I want to play on the beach.
The seaside, as we say.
The seaside.
The beach, the seaside.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to be beside the prom, where the old brass band tiddly-om-pom-pom. Surim is going. Gretel is going as well. We are going as well because it's coming up to midnight. I was 10 minutes late tonight. Can you believe it, Steve? I was actually 10 minutes late.
I thought I can't hear any talking going on downstairs. What's Mr. Duncan doing?
No, I was actually 10 minutes late because I was trying to do things in here and I felt so tired. I had to spend about 5 minutes with my eyes closed, just resting.
Sleeping while your viewers were waiting for you patiently.
I wasn't sleeping. I was trying to meditate. You see?
Sleeping.
I'm learning. I'm learning from you.
Yeah, but I don't do it when I'm about to do something important.
I'm learning from you.
Can't let your viewers wait. 10 minutes, you kept them waiting. Disgraceful.
Hasna says, Mr. Duncan, your voice is beautiful. Thank you very much. Yes.
Oh.
Is it better than Steve's, though? Is it better than Steve's
Beauty
voice?
is in the eye of the beholder.
Klebsam, Mr. Duncan,
I'm off.
Did you learn Chinese? Did I? Yes, I did learn Chinese. I had to learn Chinese so I could survive. I live inland, says Mika. Oh, I think that's good then. I think if you live inland, then...
Perhaps Belarusi was asking Mika where she lives, not us.
Oh, I see.
See, we think it's all about us all the time.
No, I know Mika is answering the question. Yes, I live inland. Yes, I know. I know what the context was.
Yeah, but Belarusi is... We just read Belarusi saying, do you live near the sea?
Yes, and Mika is replying.
I know, but we answered it from our perspective.
Oh, I see. I think
Belarusi was asking Mika.
I see, okay. Anyway.
Because we just thought it was, it must be about us.
Just to clear things up, Mika lives inland, and so do we.
Oh.
Goodbye, Dr. Steve and Mr. Duncan.
Professor to you, Saika.
Professor Steve. Professor Dr. Steve. BSc, PhD, BBC, VD.
I'm only one of those.
Okay, only one of them. Okay, not the last one. Rosa Celia, you are good singers. Oh, thank you very much. Clebson from Brazil. Mr. Duncan, what about the idea of having a student live with you?
Yes, why not? We could charge him.
What?
Why
do you instantly say him?
Or her.
Or
well,
it.
No, or
it.
It. Yes.
You see, we have to be careful now. So he, she, it, they.
You can't say it.
Thou. Blah. So yes.
Right, I'm getting tired, Mr. Duncan.
Mr. Steve is going now. He's getting tired. Would you like to see me on my motorbike?
Not again.
Because Steve was... What do you mean, not again?
You've shown that before.
Yes, about a year ago.
It wasn't a year ago.
It was some time ago.
It wasn't. It was about a month ago.
Because I was asked in an email if I ever drove a car. But I don't drive a car. But I used to ride a motorbike. And there I am. Look at me on my motorbike, Steve. Look at me. I'm like Evel Knievel.
Well, I did take the picture, so I must have taken that picture.
I thought you would have forgotten.
Look how slim you were there, Mr. Duncan.
Yes, okay.
How slim you were.
Look at my lovely motorbike.
Well, hopefully that exercise today, you've lost a few pounds. Look at that back of that house. It looks a bit dirty.
Yes, that's the back of our... That's where we used to live, and it's so small. That's the whole back of the house.
Yes.
That's the complete back of the house.
What's all that black on the wall?
I don't know.
Right.
It's probably where you would have a wee-wee when you came home drunk.
Don't be silly, Mr. Duncan. I think it's time for us to go.
Mr. Steve is going now. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Mr. Duncan, and thank you out there for watching us.
Thanks a lot.
And see you on... Am I here on Sunday? Yes, we are here on Sunday. I'm here on Sunday. I'm not going anywhere. So see you on Sunday with whatever we decide to do.
Apparently, we might be getting some rain on Sunday. So I've had a look at the forecast for Sunday, and it looks like we might get some rain, which means
exciting.
We will be able to do the puddle dance, Steve. Hopefully.
You mean... Well, but we won't be walking in.
No. Well, I just meant generally.
Yes, generally.
Because that's what's coming up next. We're going to have the puddle dance.
So you show that, and I shall toddle off and go and clean my teeth.
Okay, then.
Ta-ta.
Bye, Steve. Yes, we will be back on Sunday live with our live English from 2 p.m. UK time. Don't forget, 2 p.m. UK time every Sunday and every single Wednesday. We will be off soon, by the way. We are going to take a break in August but I will give you more details about that next Sunday. So on Sunday, I will tell you what is happening in August, because there will be some slight changes, because Mr. Steve and myself, we have decided that we are so tired. We need a break. So we are going to have a little rest. I hope you don't mind. Thank you very much for joining us. We are going, and I will see you on Sunday. Thank you very much to Ingles, to Dr. Hannah, Ricardo, Caridas, Rosa, also Frederica, Lemon Tree, Belarusia, Saika, and also to one more, and then I'm going. Sukat, bye Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much for your lovely messages tonight. I was feeling so tired tonight. I can't begin to tell you how tired I was feeling. I will see you on Sunday. What happened then? I didn't press anything then. I don't know what happened then. I will see you on Sunday. 2 p.m. UK time. This is Mr. Duncan in England saying thanks for watching me. And of course, until the next time we meet, I'm going to have the most amazing sleep right now. You know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.